Hello guys. Hope everybody is well. Today is hopefully going to be a quick one. So I recently read an article about conscious coupling or conscious relationships. So to save myself the energy of trying to explain that to you, I'll just read it in a nutshell. So it basically says that a conscious relationship is a romantic relationship in which both partners feel committed to a sense of purpose, and that purpose is growth. Individual growth, collective growth as a couple, growth that makes the world a better place. When two people come together with the intention of growth, the relationship strives towards something much greater than gratification. Partnership becomes a journey of evolution, and the two individuals have an opportunity to expand more than they could alone. Deep satisfaction and long-term fulfillment arise as a result. Sounds great. I think that conscious coupling is an excellent way to ensure the longevity of a relationship. However, when I initially read the article, to me, it seemed to imply or give off the sense that you would be settling, if you will, because you're so, you have your mind wrapped on growing with someone. It kind of seemed to me that you may end up growing with the wrong person. To me, it didn't really give much room for the allowance of just realizing whether or not somebody's a good match for you or not. There was another meme that I had, read at the time, and let me see if I can pull that one up. That one was, okay. You can't just give up on someone because the situation is not ideal. Great relationships are not great because they have no problems. They are great because both people care enough about the other person to find a way to make it work. Again, sounds great. But this whole idea of going into a relationship with the notion of working through things and, holding out and waiting out and kind of developing together, to me, leaves out the simple idea of making sure that you're partnered with someone that's a good match for you. Recently, I was, talking to, I don't really think you can consider it dating. I was talking to a young man that I was totally enamored with, head over heels over who I thought he was as a person. And he had I would assume he still has qualities, but he, possesses qualities that are very attractive to me. Owning his own business, being very business-minded, being a creative, and just being able to convey his words into dialogue. However, we just weren't a good match. There may have been ways that we could have consciously developed as a couple, but to me, there's a certain level at which I have my non-starters. I need attention. I'm not going to ask you to pay attention to me. I'm not going to ask you to spend time with me. And although I could see him as someone that I could, you could say, develop into a great partner, there are just certain things about someone that you have to realize whether or not they match or equate to a good partnership with you. So I guess the question is, at what level do you decide to build? Do you start to build when you meet someone, or do you build after you've met someone? For me, I think you should wait until after you've met someone. I don't think the beginning of a relationship should be difficult at all. I don't think that everything is going to be perfect. I believe that there, of course, is room for compromise, and that there, of course, is room for, growing pains. You're new to each other. You don't know that I'm a very open-minded person and that I'm a direct person. So I'd rather you, be honest with me. Certain people come from, relationships where they have to lie to their partner about little things just to kind of keep, the status quo, to keep the person from, going off the edge and just riffing off of something ridiculous. That's not me. I'd rather you just tell me. But I get that some people require those little white lies. So for me, conscious coupling would not necessarily start at the beginning of a partnership. I think that it's one of those things that you need to wait and see whether or not you match with someone before you can consciously decide to go on with something. I get the idea of being conscious about entering a relationship. I think you should, however, be conscious about yourself. You should be conscious about what it is you know you like, what it is you know you that ass don't like, and the certain things that you will go for, the certain things you will bend for. I know Jay had said in one interview, as soon as you compromise on something that is like a bare minimum for you, I, as the other person, know, like, there's no going back from that. Like, if I say to you, like, he had used like the emoji situation, he was putting emojis excuse me, he was putting emojis under somebody's picture. The girl complained about it and basically, you know, gave about it. So he didn't stop putting emojis under people's pages. He just knew how angry she would get. So for me, if I know and I see things early in a relationship that just don't work for me, whether or not you don't call, whether or not we don't speak enough, whether or not we don't see each other enough. And these are examples that I'm pulling from my own personal life. Those are things for me I know are non-starters. If I have to address those little types of issues too many times, it just doesn't work for me. But I don't necessarily think that it's being irrational either. I think that there are certain things, it's kind of like one of those things where if I have to tell you how to treat me, or if I have to tell you the right way to treat me, then you don't know how to treat me or something like that. I don't even know if that's really what the quote is, but you get where I'm going with that. So what are your thoughts on conscious coupling, if you will? Do you think that it's something that I guess you can start off a relationship with, or is it something that you kind of interject into a good partnership that you already have with someone? Do you, for me, I guess it's just certain things I'm not okay with. And I think that there's but so much you can do to build someone before that person is just not the right person for you. I don't think things are going to come ready-made, but I think that personalities come ready-fit. I can't force, or I don't think you should force personalities. But maybe that's me being naive. What are your thoughts, guys? I'm not really asking for, I don't even know if I'm really asking for your opinion, because I'm not going to really change my mind about it. Or maybe I will, I don't know. Well, I'm interested in, I guess I'm more interested in whether or not people agree with me. Let's be honest here. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you share, because I think this is something that should honestly be addressed. I feel like I'm meeting a couple of, different gentlemen my age. I'm 30. I'm meeting a couple other guys, late 20s, early 30s, that kind of feel like you should work with me. Well, what do you mean I should work with you? Like, why am I telling you the bare like, I'm telling you what my bare minimum is. I'm telling you what my bare requirements are. And if you can't meet that, what is there to work with? Is it me? I don't know. Let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.